My parents don't know names.
Yeah, they
That's most ethnic parents.
yeah they
Yeah,
just
they
remember
don't know
you.
names. Yeah, the tall one, the one that played basketball. Yeah, him.
Yeah.
I was like, that's 20 of them that play basketball. Which one over there?
Cool. So it's probably your one of the first times you're in front of the lens like this, because you're usually behind it, right?
Nah, a couple of times. I think the first time I did a podcast was 2019. It was so long ago.
2019.
Yeah.
When?
Ages ago.
How come-
2019.
How come I haven't? Oh, 2019. Bro, I was still in high school.
Yeah.
You would have just graduated.
Mm,
Wait, so
Yeah.
God damn, that shows our age, bro. Wait, so what was this for? How come I haven't seen this?
Because it was shit. I'm gonna lie.
Who's it with?
Don't worry about it.
I won't worry about it.
Plus, it wasn't interesting, so you didn't miss much.
Ah, wait, was this when you had shorter hair?
Mm.
Mm.
I was a baby.
Damn. Oh, young back then.
Mm.
Damn, we're really showing age.
Getting up there.
But yeah. So you are usually behind the camera lens, doing videography, photography. Did you do like one or the other first?
I think I started with photos first, but then I can't remember exactly. It's not really a big of a gap. I kind of just started both at once. I think it was both at once. Yeah, but at the time I was doing more photos than videos because videos is freaking hard, and I was just trying to navigate how camera works and Premiere Pro and whatnot. Yeah, it was too much, but yeah, photo
Yeah. So-
first.
So, because we've known each other for X amount of time, how long have you been doing that specifically?
I feel like when I first met you, when was this?
I think it was around
2020?
2020.
I was already doing it. So I got out of high school 2018. And I picked up a camera around 2019. I had like a really, really cheap camera that my basketball coach borrowed me. And then I was just taking it with me to basketball trainings. And back then I was training with Coach Gossip, my guy Joan Gossip. Shout out to him. I would bring my camera and then he would train a lot of SBL players, which is now currently known as the NBL 1. It's the league below Perth Wildcats, and he was training a lot of those players. And I'll just bring my camera. Right. After my training, I'll stay back and take some photos, videos, whatnot, and then I start posting it, tagging the players. The players will be sharing my stuff. Next thing you know, I think, I feel like I got kind of good with it, and just went up from there.
Do you remember what camera you used then? Because a lot of people, I feel like they have to have the best shit to have the best like output of quality of their work and stuff.
I had a Canon 70. That was the camera that my coach borrowed me. It's Canon 70. So that thing shot like I think it doesn't even shoot 4K. But keep in mind, this is back then, like 2019. So technologies weren't that good. The best cameras that were out at that point, in terms of like beginner to like intermediate entry level camera, it was like an A7 III.
Right.
Now we have A7S III, A7 IV, FX3. Back then, A7 III was like one of the best cameras, and I had a Canon 70. And the lens I had was, I think it was like a 24 to 105. Can't remember, something like that. It was a kit lens.
A kit lens.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of people can just use basic, like, beginner level shit and feel like, they feel like they get looked down or frowned upon because of like, it's really basic. It comes with a kit lens and it's like your really cheap, compact, like, camera body and all that. Like, do you think that's an actual thing where, like, you have to have better quality stuff?
You think you're talking about this is back then or like right now?
Or like back then and right now? Like, is it?
I think back then, I feel like you need a specific like level of gear to create good quality images or videos because, like I said, A7 III was one of the like beginner entry level camera. iPhone weren't that good. you don't really have good digicams like G7X nowadays. But I feel like nowadays you can start with anything. Like
Yeah.
you have the iPhone 16, 15, 14. They shoot great images. They shoot raw as well.
They shoot 4K now.
4K videos
Yeah.
raw, not raw, log.
Yeah.
So I think speaking about now, I feel like you can start with anything. I have the phone. I went to a Drake concert, and I took a photo of Drake on my iPhone.
Yeah, that was
And
tough.
yeah, I shot on raw on my iPhone, and I edited it in post. I posted that, it kind of went viral. I can't lie.
Wait, really?
It had like I think 20,000 views. It was like 1.2k likes.
Oh, well, you gotta like
Yeah.
that though,
Don't do that. Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is like I feel like nowadays you can just start with your iPhone. Like you don't really need the expensive gears. Like if I were to take the photos with with my A7 III at Drake, you can't even tell the difference, honestly.
There you go. You got it from Ian
Barely.
Young himself. You could use literally anything nowadays.
Yeah,
But yeah.
you don't really need expensive gears to start nowadays. Just your phone or if you're a digicam.
Yeah, because I feel like it doesn't really matter if like what you use, and obviously like I've been in the stage where I was at the start and I felt very like, oh, I don't know if I term fit in, I guess, because everyone's on that level of like they've got all this gear and shit, and obviously I'm like I can't really fit in this circle because like I don't know what I'm doing, or I don't really have what they have. I can't really output the things I want to output the same quality or whatever
Yeah.
how they're doing and shit.
Yeah.
But all in all, but because you mentioned you went to Drake and you shot that on your iPhone, that post was actually tough as hell. Like I saw, I was like, damn. I didn't think you were actually gonna do that. I thought you were just gonna like just enjoy and be there.
I mean, I got in because I asked the person that got me in if they wanted to get another photographer. They say no, so I'm like, shit, I want photos of Drake.
You
I
got
want photos of Drake badly, and all I have was an iPhone. I brought my digicam with me as well. I think it was a Sony ZV-1, whatever. I took some videos on there, took some photos on there as well. But ultimately, the photos on the iPhone kind of look better than the
then you
digicam.
took
Yeah,
it,
so ended up taking some photos. He was lucky to be in front of me, and yeah, just had to deal with that. Yeah.
But like besides like you not being able to shoot for Drake and all that, but hopefully it'll come around again. Did you have any other opportunities like that where you had big artists come here to Perth and shoot for them at a concert here, like RSC or Bar One or whatever?
Yeah, I've done a few like crazy shoot in terms of artists. Juicy Fest 2024. My friend hit me up. Shout out Dom, and yeah, he got me into Juicy Fest. I shot T-Pain, Ashanti. Who else?
I don't know. You told me.
Mario was there.
Oh yeah.
I got a
Oh,
picture of
yeah.
Mario frame actually. It was at Dream on the Door and I sold it. I've done Ruger, if you're into Afrobeats. This is like back in 2022, 2021. Ruger, I got a picture of Ruger frame as well. It was really, really nice. I've done some people, not artists. I've done John Bones.
I'll be
John
honest.
Jones.
I-
He's like an MMA fighter.
Yeah, it's probably why I don't know.
Yeah,
him.
he's pretty big, undefeated for his whole career, something like that.
Oh shit.
It was crazy. I don't know half of these people going in, to be honest. I just got an opportunity and I just walked in and figured out who they are.
Yeah.
But to be honest, man, if you meet these famous people, they just act like humans. Like they're just a regular person.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
I feel that's a thing when people like see big name people and like artists or sports stars or any person in their specific profession in their own field, that they're just like us in a way where they're just like normal other people. But it's pretty cool that you're able to get all these jobs and opportunities from like, you know, well, since I've been knowing you. Did you ever think you would come to this point and you'd be like, I'm doing this type of level stuff, or I'm able to output this type of quality at this type of amount during the time since you just picked it up, you know what I mean? Because I don't feel like
Honestly-
anyone really does, but like...
Honestly, I didn't anticipate.
That's all right.
How do you say it? Anticipate. Anticipate. I didn't anticipate this to be like my career, like my job, I guess. When I first started, it was sort of just came to me like out of nowhere.
Mm.
Like I said, I was at Basel training, taking photos, and I just found out I kind of was pretty good at this, and I enjoy it. And I just kept going up, and I finally bought the A7 III. Was really really like a good camera back then, anyways. And I still own it now. It's been 5 years. And then I got called up to the Perth Wildcats in 2019. Yeah, 2019 to shoot for the season. It was unpaid, but I did it anyways because it's good exposure for me. Because back then, all I'd shoot was basketball because I play basketball. So that was my niche. That's something that I focus on literally at that time. And the first game I shot, guess who it was?
What?
LaMelo Ball.
Oh,
That was my first game.
Wait, he was at Illawarra.
Yeah, that was the one and only game that he played in Perth, and that was my first game. And I shot, and I started getting crazy engagement from people even in the States, because back then I kind of just like followed a lot of content creators and basketball pages that are in the States, like high school basketball, that kind of stuff. And then from there, like I feel like my career just sort of grew. I just kept going with it. Ultimately, I started doing stuff outside of basketball. But yeah, I didn't anticipate this to be my job now.
Yeah. Damn,
Crazy.
You shot like LaMelo and shit. Like that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Damn. But like, cause you like did sports and stuff, and you hooped yourself. Do you say now you have a particular niche to doing sports, or are you very open to do like a lot of other stuff? Or do you like want to have a particular, say, like niche you prefer doing?
Right now, I'll say like basketball is something that I can do with my eyes closed, like something that I'm very comfortable doing.
Oh, so you like that?
Huh?
So you like that?
Explain to the audience what that means.
So you're really him when it comes to the sporting world of the photography / videography.
I wouldn't like
creativity.
Depending what you want to determine that as meaning as, but yeah, that's something I'm really comfortable doing. So obviously something I've done from the start. So I got kind of bored with it, I think last year, 2024 sort of thing. So I wanted to do something outside of basketball, because I feel like with basketball, right? And the reason why I do this is because with basketball, you just sit there and the action just happens. You don't really do much. You don't really communicate. You don't really plan.
Yeah.
Well, you do, but not to an extent that I would love to do. You don't really, talk to people, learn how to communicate, learn how to post people, that kind of stuff. So I wanted to develop that skill, and just to like broaden my opportunities in the content field. I want to get hired for music videos. Actually, no, I don't really like to do music videos. I want to get hired for campaigns and brand.
Yeah.
And food, music, whatnot. And I don't think I can get that with basketball, because you just sit there. Because if you want to work it out of brands, you gotta know how to talk to people. And I'm an introvert, so I don't really feel comfortable talking to people back then.
But
now I think I've grown better. Yeah, I put myself out there you just have to force to talk to people, because the more people you meet, you never know what opportunities you can get with those people.
I mean, to be honest, I've actually seen like the character development in a way where, like how you say, you're introverted, and obviously, you good?
Yeah. What happened?
Obviously, like being quiet and shy, and obviously putting yourself out there. Like I've always said, that whatever you want to do, just you gotta put yourself out there for whatever that is to help find you in a way. So you've been like, from when I knew, from the time I met you, you were the bit timid, quiet guy. I just I'll allow it to come to me. I'll let it happen around me.
Exactly.
I don't want to force it. I don't want to push it. But I feel like in this sense of this creative space, you're gonna have to like speak up. You're gonna have to put yourself like out in front.
100%. Because like you said, being quiet and shy as a freelance. Being quiet and shy, you're not gonna get jobs.
Yeah, GG, it's absolutely, especially here, bro. Especially here.
If you really rely, like photography or videography as like your job, you're not gonna get job being quiet and shy, because as a freelance, you're playing like all the roles. You're the businessman, you're the photographer, you're the editor, you gotta learn how to negotiate money. You gotta learn how to negotiate deals. Being, that's why I wanted to build my communication skills.
Yeah.
And step away from basketball for a little bit. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't hate shooting basketball. It's just something like when you do something for so long, you get bored of it.
Yeah, I hate
you know. And like I shoot some basketball here and there just for fun, trying to go back to feel like what's that? How do I say this? Like, anyways, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm trying to say.
No,
you don't.
I know what you say, but I don't, the people know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But obviously, like, getting out in a way where you have to like speak up and be like have that skill to be able to confront people and stuff like that. Have you ever had like a situation? Because I've had situations where like personally, well, we're not going to talk about mine, but have you ever had like a situation or scenario you had to deal with like a client that was either difficult to work with, or like the negotiating was very like there was a lot of misunderstanding or miscommunications with throughout the process of like doing a job or whatever?
100%. 100%.
Did you take it personal, or was it like, oh no, it's just business, but you got to put it out there?
There are some jobs where it went from professional to personal just because of the personal relationship that I have with the client. Yeah, we're not gonna say.
Oh, it's okay, you can say.
But look, I feel like, 100%, you definitely will have a few clients that it became personal because she just doesn't go right.
Name him.
No.
Nah, but obviously that gets very annoying, and it's frustrating because obviously like with that one client, it can sometimes, depending on the environment it surrounds, it can have that break of networking with some people. That I'm assuming that hasn't really affected you.
I think how I see it, right? Because like I said back before this, you as a freelance, you're everything. You're the business person, whatnot, right? I feel like I can't really let that affect me because of my reputation and image. Because I feel like being from Perth, even Australia nowadays, it's not that big. Like everyone knows everyone nowadays.
Yeah.
So it's very important to keep a professional reputation. That's why I don't really try to get everything become personal, because people know people, word spreads faster than actions.
Yeah.
So
of course,
trying to stay professional, but over the years you learn how to cope with that. You learn how to dissolve, conflicts by just dealing with more conflicts. Honestly, practice makes perfect. Is that how you say it?
Well, I got told this one saying in high school. It was like practice makes permanent, because you can never be at like perfect. But like where you get up to is like that's where like the standard is for you up to that point.
I've definitely got a few clients where I feel like I didn't handle it as well as it should on like industry standard, but hey, what's up?
What's up, G? We have a recurring guest coming up in the backstage.
What were we talking about? I feel like I have a few clients that I don't think I've handled it properly, but this is back in my younger days, and I'm still learning how to communicate and how to handle conflicts. But over the years, you learn things, you learn what not to do and what to do, and what to avoid. And I think I'll try not to let it happen to me again. If it does, I feel like I can handle it properly.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
but like obviously being here so stagnant in this city, like do you feel like you've overcome like a lot what the city has to offer, and like do you feel like you could do more? Because I feel like personally for me, like if I'm like I'm nowhere up to the level of where you're at right now, but having my perspective of like a wider eye, there's a lot that I can get up to, like where I can reach.
I think I know what you're asking.
For you, like, do you think you've hit the ceiling and you need to branch out further outside this city? Because this city is, for the creative space, is very like timid and like
Enclosed.
it's a very, I would say, sensitive like type of age, and especially in the city. A lot of people are very, I don't know, the word I want to use is tension in a way. Where
Why you say that?
The reason why I say that is I feel like when we went across Eastern States, I hate to bring it up all the time because I mentioned it too many times. But when we were across Eastern States, whether it's Sydney, Melbourne, whatever, the cities over there are more willingly to like help and do. Where here it's kind of like, I feel like where people here is like, nah, I already got this. Like, nah, it's all good. Like, I don't want to work with like anyone else to like help other people. Like, I need my shit to be good. I've already got a guy, or I've already got someone who can do it way better. You know what I mean? Like, they're not willingly to try new things or branch out, or not necessarily always have consistent good quality content, but just always having that like go-to person, or not really willing to like help out, branch out people and see what other people have a different perspective on.
I see where you're coming from though. How I see my job, right? Like as a photographer, videographer, creative director, whatever you want to call it, you want to be so good at a level where you can avoid that. Like people won't say, I don't want you because I already have someone. Because if you're so good at something, they're gonna be like, let me get that guy. Right? That's how I see it. You gotta be so good at something where people can't say no to you, regardless of your price.
But that's the thing, that's what I see. It's like, if you're that good, that person who's always consistently that good will always get that opportunity. But the one person who wants to have the opportunity that doesn't get to showcase their skill set, they'll never get to actually show it, and they actually have to like put everything all on. They have to bet all on themselves to try and make it happen in a way.
You can see it that way, but you can also see as if a brand or a boss likes working with a person, maybe they like working with them because they have a personal relationship with them, or they just accustomed to how they work. And obviously, you're good, and not saying that you're not as good as those guys. Maybe they just want to keep it that way. They want to work on this guy on a retainer. You know, maybe.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like Perth. Yeah, it's a bit enclosed. I feel like me being in Perth, I really haven't grown much in terms of creative.
Really?
Yeah, like I have a few friends who I bounce ideas back and forth with, or work back and forth with, who really push me. But I feel like I'm planning to move to Melbourne next year, so I think I'll get a lot of more opportunities there because, you know, like with brands, all their headquarters and their companies are all based in Eastern States.
It's all there, bro.
It's all there. Everyone's all there. There's always endless opportunities, and people over in freaking Melbourne or Sydney, I feel like they are way more talented than I am. And me being there, I'm able to grow more and connect with people more. You know, it's all within reach. Right here, all you can do is FaceTime and call. You know,
yeah,
you kind of like, hey, can I come over and see how you work and stuff? Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. You're saying that like people over there are way better than you. You got so much to learn.
100%.
From my perspective, like, bro, this guy's like the messiah of like this world space, because like I get all my like mentoring off from you, and obviously you teaching me everything you done, which is pretty cool. But like to me, it kind of amazes me to hear you say like, I've still got so much to go, so much to learn.
I mean, for everyone, the limit is like somewhere for everyone. It's not always current, like in where you are at the moment. Like you can be here, and I feel like I've really maxed out my ability to grow here. Like not in terms of like there's lack of opportunities. Like you can always go out and just shoot for free to learn things. But it's just like I'm kind of bored of Perth in terms of creative scene.
Yeah.
So there's no cool stuff to really shoot around Perth. Yeah, there are a bit of like stuff you can do, like maybe you can imitate something of social media and try to do it in Perth. Yeah, but
I don't know.
it's just the same thing. I feel like
But
I'm not growing.
I know what you mean, but like, do you see where I'm coming from? Like, it's not the same.
Yeah,
Like, energy
Yeah.
here, energy there. It's just different.
yeah.
Like, not in a bad way. Like, I'm shitting on like
Yeah.
our city.
You're just
It's
speaking your
just-
mind.
Yeah, it's just like when you go there, the environment just feels a lot different. It just feels a lot.
Maybe you said it because you're not from there. Like that's how you feel
That
when you go to another
maybe.
state.
But I think it's also because of like I've been obviously it has an influence of obviously us being here every single day, day in day out,
Mm-hmm.
of constantly just waking up to a point where like, oh, this is same shit,
routines.
same shit,
Same
man.
thing, different day.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's the issue, and obviously it's the routine we have to get out of. I don't know, personally for me, that's just
In saying this though, like when I say I don't feel like I'm growing, I've gone ahead and tried to make a book this year.
oh
I've gone ahead and tried to make
Ooh.
a magazine this year, and I feel like it's not just making a magazine, because in order to make a magazine, I have to really learn how to delegate tasks, how to form a team, because there are certain shoots where I can't just do it by myself. I need to get people to come help me with lighting, people come help me with props, set design, wardrobe, stylists,
yeah.
and yeah, that's really helped me grow. And this is just maximizing what I have in Perth, because if there's really nothing else, I got to go make something to, I can improve myself on.
Yeah, no.
For me, which is making a book.
Making
yeah.
the book.
It's like a photo book.
Photo book, would you say it's like a magazine or more like
Wouldn't say magazine's thin.
mm.
I feel like it would be, best describe it would be like a coffee table picture book sort of thing.
Okay.
Like I've done, I think 5 or 4 shoots for the book, and it's gone pretty well. And
For the book, yeah. So you willingly wanting to be motivated to make a photo book, something that
Yes.
you, as Ian Young, want to share your perspective on
Yes,
everything.
pictures,
So-
people.
Like, wanting to make a book is one thing. Planning and actually executing that in action is another.
Yeah.
So, what's necessary? I don't know really. What's your mindset going actually planning and executing it? Then obviously a lot of people just want to like say, I want this and just let it air out. But like your mindset of actually,
Wanting to make this book?
yeah, because I feel like a lot of people they'll half-ass everything, and then because it's not exactly the result they want out, they kind of just let it be and it just dusts off.
For me, it's like I said, it's more about growing myself as a person and as a photographer, because everything I've done in this book it's got nothing to do with basketball. Like I said, basketball is my niche. I can do comfortably, and with this book, I'm doing a lot of editorial, a lot of portraiture, maybe some landscapes, and maybe some product photography, which is something that I'm not really comfortable with. Portraits, yeah, I'm getting better at that. But when it comes to certain type of portraits where I have to put lighting and that kind of stuff, I'm still learning about how to use lights. Like I'm not bad, but I feel like it could be better,
Yeah.
And I'm just going into this like willingly making mistakes. That way I can learn from it and I can be comfortable in certain situations. And when people book me for stuff, I can't be like, oh, I don't know how to do that. I can't take that job. I've never done it before. Now I can say that I've done it before. I can do it. But, some of the shoots I've done for my book, honestly, it's not the best. It's not like what I anticipated to come out. But we just grow. We just learn from it.
Right.
Hopefully the next one will be better. Yeah.
Can we expect an ETA date when you want this book to be released at, or you're
Oof.
still like playing by ear?
Look, I'm playing by ear, but the rough goal is to get it out maybe like February, March next year,
February, March.
because obviously I'm studying. It's my last year in uni. I'm trying to juggle study and photography. It's a bit hard. It's very hard. Like you don't sleep much.
Yeah.
But yeah, February, March last year, I'm using all my ability to make it happen because it's been way too long.
Well, I'm excited for the book. Well, when you do release it,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be there front row seat when it all happens and when it unfolds and stuff.
Planning to do an exhibition as well. I'm trying to do all this before I go to Melbourne next year. Yeah, but expensive, man.
So it is when you withhold this exhibition and the book, like, is there anything that's a particular niche that people should expect from this book, or is it gonna have like a wide variety of the stuff from your perspective? You know what I mean?
Good question. Like I said, this book is really just me testing out my ability to take photos and me growing. So you'll be seeing a lot of different stuff in this book. It's not just people. You might even see some product stuff. You might even see some landscape.
Yeah.
And I hate shooting landscape.
Yeah.
But you might see some landscape because I decided to go shoot landscape to get better at shooting landscape.
Right.
And I think it's good enough. It's going to be in the book.
Yeah.
So one thing that you might not see in the book is probably basketball.
Yeah, I'm not going to see no hoops. You're going to have some hoops in there.
I do have some really nice images that I took from NBL though. Yeah.
You're going to have some at least.
A Melo Ball, maybe.
That would be a fire pick there.
The thing is, I wouldn't include it in my book because I'm shooting this book. I'm making this book from scratch. So it wouldn't be photos that I've already taken in the past. It would be something that I'll be doing from here on out. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because the whole purpose of making this book is for me to grow. That's why.
So this whole experience is like a new...
It's a challenge.
It's gonna be tough, basically.
Yeah, man. It teaches you a lot of things. Discipline.
Yeah, I'm gonna teach you a lot of things.
It teaches me a lot of things.
I got a lot of shit to learn then.
Time management too.
Oh.
Holy. Yeah.
Yeah, we know some people that are terrible at their time management skills.
Yeah.
We'll drink to that.
Shout out Gabe. Love you.
We love our guy. But no, obviously going through years and years of just picking it up, figuring out what to do, not even know how to using, editing softwares and different types of programs, and obviously ups and downs with bullshit clients and all that. Is there any experience in particular at all where you're at a certain event, or you're doing a particular shoot, or you're in a different situation where it's just like, oh, this is something that I gotta take it all in, type of moment where throughout your career of doing all this,
take it all in?
Well, from literally, I mean, I could think of a couple things, but obviously,
man, there's a lot. There has been a lot of moments like that. I feel like this happened early on in my career, though. I feel like even now I'm more accustomed to it, where if I have a really big shoot where I'm just standing there, I'm kind of used to it at this point. Not saying I don't appreciate it, but I feel like early in my career, where I started getting bigger and bigger clients or shooting big, famous and more famous people, I'm just like, wow, I'm really doing this.
Yeah.
I'm really here. But I think first of all was obviously Perth Wildcats. When I got the call up to shoot for them, that was one of my biggest stepping stone back then, 2019. And then ever since then, I started shooting bigger artists, song artists like Ruger. I worked with Foot Locker a couple more times. I think first time was in 2019 as well when I shot Bryce Cotton. And then later on, it became a thing where every time they have a basketball event in Perth, which is sponsored by Foot Locker, I became their main guy.
So you're that guy.
One of the main people that they reach out to.
So you're that guy.
If you say so.
Okay, cool.
They reach out to me every time they have an event there. I shot the Indigenous Basketball Association, which is Paddy Mills Basketball Association in Perth as well. And yeah, things just started growing from there. Ended up shooting Summer Jam back in 2021 for Nike and Jordan. So that's one of my biggest, I feel like, achievement. That was something I'm really proud of. That's one of the moments I'm just like, damn, you work with Nike, But one day I would love to do a commercial. I feel like everyone's dream was to shoot a commercial for Nike.
Yeah.
For that event, it was just a basketball event, so it was nothing crazy, nothing too significant. But it was still one of the moments I'm just like, damn, I can put my name with Nike.
Mm.
And one day, I had an email from a agency that was working with Rebel Sport.
Mm.
Looks like a spam email. It didn't look real. I thought it was like a scam or something, like a fraud.
Oh, it was actually legit though.
It was legit because it says Rebel Sports X Ian Yong. that was the subject.
Oh, really?
So I thought that was a scam or like a spam. So I didn't open it until like a week later. So I was like, look, I opened the email and I see, a proposal to collaborate with me.
Mm.
I was like, in my head, I'm just like, why me though? You know? Why me?
Why me?
Yeah, that's one of the moments I'm just like, damn, I'm really doing this.
Damn.
Obviously, back then, that was one of my first times working with bigger brands.
Mm.
I'm experiencing everything from the start, from like, from square
Yeah.
one. Now I work with brands a lot now. I kind of get comfortable.
You know what you're doing
I
in a
know.
way.
I get comfortable with brands approaching me now. Like if I see a big brand, I was like, oh, cool, crazy, cool. You know what I mean? It doesn't. I don't get flabbergasted like as much anymore, but it still like stuns me a little bit that I'm able to do this to this day.
Yeah. I feel like that's you being comfortable again, where you're like, I want like having people come to me type of thing. In a way where it's easier for you to give a response and then give a proposal.
Like how I see it is like if a big brand come to me and they want my services, they want my skill, it means a lot because they see something in you that you don't. Maybe they value your work, they value the hard work you put in, and they think you can fit into their guidelines in terms of like whatever they want to achieve.
Yeah, that's cool.
They think you can execute it. That's why they come to you, and it's always a good feeling. It's always something that you should really be humble and appreciate it because don't let it become something that you trying to be cocky about, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I've been on the sidelines hanging out with you, and obviously, doing all the things that you do and your best efforts and all that. Like seeing you develop, it's kind of cool. Obviously, being one of my close friends and all, seeing you go from like this point to like now. Like obviously, when we went cross season stage 4, like other big like sneaker events and stuff like that, or even back over here, Summer Jam as well. Or even when we got tickets for Wildcats and you were down, you came right up. Yeah, the silence. Like, I did, like, that's my friend right there. You know what I mean? Like, it's pretty cool. Like, me being a little, I'd say, like, me being a little fanboy, but I'm just, like, happy for you to get wins and stuff. So.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it.
But, like, I think it's kind of cool that a lot of people really doubt what a lot of people can do here with only so little. You know what I mean?
Man, like what I say is like, what is so out of reach can be within reach. You know what I mean?
I like that line, actually.
Like, you think Perth is probably one of the most isolated city in the world, I guess. Like, everyone would come, like, all the big artists would come have a concert in Australia. They would skip Perth. You know what I mean? And then they would decide on the last day, like, let's just go Perth as well, since we're already here. It will never be on the top of the list.
And then they call Ian Yong for like the shoot the photography shot. Backstage
No.
Hey bro, we need photographers for Perth. Like, can we get Ian Yong on the board?
Hey, do more of that. I appreciate it.
Hey, you guys need photographers, call Ian Yong right now. Put everything here.
But like I say, man, like being like such an isolated city, you can do so much because you work on your skills, because you're humble, because you've done this and you've done that. People will come to you. Like I said, they appreciate what you do, right? But hey, it's a blessing. It's really a blessing. Sometimes I'm able to do things that I thought I never can do. Like what's out of reach can be within reach.
Yeah, that's fire.
Yeah.
But in saying that, obviously you had like, so far, from me seeing it, I think you've had like a crazy career at such a young age, which is great because obviously that just means you have more to just learn and to develop on and grow from. But if you actually didn't pick up a camera,
what would I be doing?
Yeah.
Shit. I don't know.
Because I best believe I didn't think I'd be picking up a camera.
19-year-old me, I didn't like anything besides playing basketball.
So just hoops.
And I wasn't even that good. I mean, I was all right.
Bro, I see you going one-on-one, like you wanting to take on like competitive like people who want to go at you. Like when we hoop, you go 1-on-1 with Gabe like after a 2.5 hour
that
run.
was when I was really, really into basketball,
Bro, you were hungry, dude. I'm like, damn.
I thought I could, achieve this in a like higher level, probably professional or semi-professional back then. But obviously, my photography career kind of took off. So basketball was kind of hard to
balance.
Keep up with,
Yeah, it was kind of like one or
Being
the other.
such a small guy as well.
Small guy, bro. You're bigger than me.
Yeah, I don't know what I'll be doing, to be honest. Probably paint.
You're gonna paint.
Probably.
You'll be like Picasso.
I do kind of. I do appreciate art. So
Yeah.
I might even paint. Maybe I'll never know because I never did explore that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Damn. Because basically, I didn't think I'd be picking up a camera. For me, obviously, like, I don't want anyone to tell me that I can't do something that they think I can't do. Like, I hate being told, like, this is where your ceiling is capped. Like,
That's how you should think, though.
Bro, when I first heard that pissed me off. I'll be so genuine. I won't name who.
Those are people that kind of motivates you to do more than that because motherfucker, I can do this too. You know what I mean?
But yeah. No, but I love that.
You need people like that.
Yeah.
You gotta see in a good way. Everything has a good side to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm really like appreciate that like that happened to me. And obviously like having people along the way guide me. Like you or like we know Dean and friends, like people who are close. Well, I'd say that we're close within this workspace. We've done it for a while.
Experience, I would say.
Yeah. And obviously like well, to me, if I narrow it down to you three, is that I see doing it a lot. Like you guys have your different keen of eye on seeing different things, but they're all just as equally good in my. Like I can't be biased and like I can't put anyone above the other. Like they're all great in their own field, which is like such a great.
It's subjective.
Yeah,
everyone's got different things to contribute to you. Like it's good to have different mentors.
Yeah,
I still, I do have a couple mentors or people that I rely or I look up to that I reach out and be like, questions or anything like that. It's important if you want to grow. So, yeah.
At the stage that you're at, and if someone were to be at the stage when you were at 19 as well, like what would
me now at 19?
No, me. Sorry, you now.
Yeah.
But someone that was like you at the age of 19 back then, that wanted to, or that was unsure, or that was curious, or just had no knowledge or understanding of whatever, but they wanted to enter or tap into a field like this.
Ooh.
What would you be like to tell to like the little young
that's
kids?
crazy. I had a conversation with a guy a couple weeks back because he has been messaging me since 2020. Not like consistently, but he will drop me a message every year or like every 6 months and say, I appreciate your work. And if we have a moment, like I do want to learn from you. I do want to, come see how you work. And finally, because back then I didn't have anything to really want to get someone to help me for, because everything I did was just kind of just solo dolo, And I met up with this guy and then we had a conversation. We went for like, I think an hour and a half. So I was telling him, like, just kind of just share my experience on how I became who I am today. And I think the most important thing is if you want to be good at something, you just got to practice. Like, get your reps in.
Yeah.
It's the easiest way to kind of answer your question. You just have to practice. Like, I feel like everyone says this, right? Like, you hear it really common, but it is true.
It's facts.
It's just the most effective way to be good at something. You just got to practice.
Yeah, you just got to consistently keep doing it.
And figure out, try and error. Figure out what you like and what you don't like. You can't, because I feel like people have a lot of questions these days, and they're like, how do I shoot this? How do you figure out what you like? How do you figure out what you don't like? They want to jump the gun. They want to like be good at certain things without doing the early steps. As in, like, you gotta know your camera. Someone hand you a camera, no matter what brand, no matter what camera, you gotta know the basics. You gotta know how to work in menu. You gotta know what ISO do, white balance, right? And you just gotta know the basics, just so if anything just handed to you, you know how to work it.
Bro, I promise you, when I picked up because we have the same camera body, A7 III. I promise you, I had no idea what I was doing.
Yeah.
I had no idea what I was doing, bro. Like, I didn't know what the ISO meant.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to white balance my camera.
It's normal.
Actually, funny story. So, this guy here borrowed my camera for a shoot because he had 2 cameras on.
Oh, yeah.
And this guy switched it
The
to the
whole
S-Log 3.
I
So-
switched your whole setting. Like
Yeah,
everything.
he switched all my shit up, and I didn't know how to switch it back. I tried Googling it, and my dumbass was still not be able to figure it out. So I had to call this guy. I'm like, hey, like, what'd you tweak on my camera, bro?
Yeah, so I had a S-Log setting. You managed to switch it back to normal.
Yeah.
And then I had gamma assist.
Yeah.
I had gamma assist on, and he was shooting photos. And I was like, why is my photos look like a rainbow? Like a thermal.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe I had the gamma assist on. You have to turn it off.
Yeah, bro. I did not know what I was doing, but like that's the example of like, bro.
Yeah.
People just need to like just understand and learn. But it's not obviously as easy just picking it up and just click a button.
Yeah, I mean, like nowadays, man, like you can get resources from everywhere. Like YouTube. I graduated from YouTube University with a PhD.
YouTube University.
Yeah. YouTube University with freaking PhD.
Bro, I still got 6 years
Yeah,
left on my studies for that, bro, until I get
YouTube-
my PhD.
Even TikTok nowadays be teaching you a lot of like camera settings, like how to shoot certain stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, might as well subscribe to some, get your algorithm on TikTok going on some camera stuff, you know?
Well, get on the how-to trend.
Yeah, instead of looking at the TikTok dances now. But yeah.
What you mean by that? Well, pause. We'll stop it. What you mean by that?
Nothing. Nothing. Yeah, like I feel like you don't really need to go to uni for photography. Unless you really want to work in cinematography or you want to work in film.
Yeah.
And yeah, for basic stuff, you can really just learn from YouTube.
Yeah.
And learn and grow. And try and error. Yeah.
100%. So, because obviously you're shooting your for your book, right?
Yeah.
And obviously when it gets to like the plan stage and this, there's a lot of like other stuff that goes with it. Like obviously having a producer, a director, obviously shooting it, then editing it. That comes into either photos or like film. Are the areas where like you want to touch base on that you feel like you're not great at yet? Like if like instead of you handling like a first person as a primary person on the camera, do you want to get better at like being the executive producer, directing it, even if you're not touching the camera? You know what I mean? Like, is there areas 100%. You want to touch on?
For me, I feel like I want to touch on every area, like because that makes you a better person. Not only you understand how a production in the set looks and how it should run, but for me the most, I want to learn how to cinematography. How to cinematography. How to, like instead of being a videographer, I want to learn how to do this on a cinematic level in terms of like shooting movies, shooting commercial, how shoot certain angles, whatnot. Yeah. But creative directing as well. That really, it gives you it works on your critical thinking because not everything will go right on set. You're able to really just come up with something on the spot to make sure things still run according to the brief. Yeah. And I do be thinking a lot. I do have a lot of ideas, and sometimes I just want people to execute it because I do sometimes appreciate people's work and I want them to be on my team. And I can just see how they work and have their work kind of envision my vision. Right. If that does it make sense?
No, I hear where you're coming from, because obviously from a creative perspective, like you want to like tell a story through like whether it's photos or cinematography or like a 15 to 30 second like short video, reel or commercial. You know what I mean? And I feel like when you get to a point where a lot of people aren't seeing it from your perspective when you like tell a photo. You take numerous amount of photos and you're like, oh, it's a transition for like a story or whatever. I feel like getting into the realm of videography / cinematography, it's easier to tell a perspective of a story and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that's just a short film,
Yeah.
or you're doing a commercial, or you're just making it real just for fun.
Mm.
Like, I feel like personally, as much as I know my skill set isn't up to par doing that type of work where it's like more film like,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I personally feel like I want to do more of, because I enjoy it more, even though I'm nowhere near to like get to that point to doing it. I know that in my skill set, I'm probably better off taking photos,
Mm-hmm.
but personally, I enjoy doing more film stuff. You know what I mean? But is like, do you feel like? I feel like you're gonna say that like doing photos is cool, but like you're a bit bored of it now in a way.
Doing photos is always cool. Like there's always different stuff to shoot.
Yeah.
Like there are things that I shoot a certain way and I always shoot a certain way, but you get bored of it. You want to explore different ways of shooting certain things. Like when I first started, I rarely shoot landscape.
Yeah.
Because back then Instagram was very popular with portrait photos.
Yeah.
Like the dimension in terms of landscape.
Oh, but then they fucked it up a little bit.
Yeah. But nowadays, sometimes I do a lot of landscape just because I appreciate the rural thirds that you can't really get with portraits sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just acid with it though, so yeah. I'm not like that like you. So.
Stop glazing.
Until I get to that point. Like I'm Ian Young.
You get there. I still have a lot to learn actually. People may say that I do great photos, I take great photos of videos.
Because you do.
Don't think I'm that good at, I
you
guess
are.
What's the word called? Imposter syndrome? Like
what?
Imposter syndrome?
Oh, imposter syndrome.
Imposter syndrome, yeah.
So you believe you're an imposter of yourself?
Yeah.
That sounds
it's normal though, no?
That sounds stupid. Coming from you.
I'm pretty sure everyone has this. Every creator or every person has this. Like there is a level that you want to be good at, but you're not there yet. Therefore, you're bad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I mentioned. Well, actually, it's funny enough because we're on the last episode. We had some guys on. And they're referring to you as a vet or the goat. So, I mean, just saying that. Like people are saying that. It's not me. I'm like I could be biased. Yes, I'm gonna be biased. Obviously, I 100% believe that I'm going to be when I say it. That like, oh yeah, if you need someone. Dude, my friend's the goat at it. Get him on board. You know what I mean?
In saying that, though, having imposter syndrome, right? You may see things that you think is not great, but like you said, people think you're the greatest. Like you're the LeBron James. But you see yourself as someone that you're not even there yet. So you don't really you don't publish those works that you take, that you make, or you don't want to take a certain clients because you don't think your skill set cannot meet their vision.
Yeah.
But what you see is not what other people see. You just gotta post it. You just gotta, do it because people appreciate your work. As probably not like you probably don't appreciate as much as people do. So
yeah.
I think it's very important.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Damn, I started the hell out of that sentence. I don't even know what I was talking about. But hope it makes sense.
Don't worry, I know it makes sense to me.
Yeah.
People, I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll see. But no, but obviously that's like your whole career base and stuff like that. But is there anything else going on that you have going on that you're excited for or you're keen on?
Oh man, right now it's kind of dry in terms of paid work. It's really dry. Like as a freelance, you don't really expect a certain paycheck because you don't know when you get work.
Yeah,
it can be 4 weeks of not getting work and you get work every day for the next week.
It's like the harsh reality
of
being a freelancer.
But to fill out my time between then, I've been doing a lot of planning a lot of shoots for my book. I have one coming up I think next week. Oh, I don't know when it's gonna come out, but when I'm recording right now. But next week I think I have a highs and lows collaboration for my book.
Oh, yeah, big names.
So I manifested that as well when I was in Melbourne in December. It's February now. So I proposed to them and I said I want to do this and that for my book. Would you guys be down to collaborate? I didn't think they were just gonna say yes. But
they did.
It's a blessing.
They got an email. I was like, damn, Ian Young wants to approach. Yeah, well, no, we fuck with you. Yeah, we'll work with you, man.
I titled the subject as Ian Yong X highs and lows. They probably think that was a scam as well. They probably think that was a scam as well.
That's right.
Yeah,
They
shout
know
out
you,
to
bro.
Rihanna. I got a person that she worked with at Highs and Lows, and I emailed her, and she replied to me, and we got something going on next week.
Tough.
Excited.
Well, this video probably won't be out until after next week, but yeah, we'll see until then.
Yeah. By the time this video's out, my post might be out anyways.
Yeah,
Yeah.
depending on the timetable.
Yeah. Other than that, what am I working on?
I don't know. You tell me.
I've been studying a lot. Uni's taking all my time.
Come on, uni.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. Thanks for having me.
Of course, bro. Always want to have you again. I want to have you on again, as well. Obviously, if I can, because I know with your busy schedule, because you're the Ian Young. But always pleasure to have you whenever.
No one calls me that, by the way. Just
Just
this
shut
guy.
up, bro. Bro, we got audience in the back. Do we call him? Does he get called that?
Yeah, goat. Ian Young.
This man said goat.
Ian Young, the Ian Young vet goat.
Nah, relax. I'm just
Ian Young.
I'm just a photographer. I don't know what these guys are talking about.
No, but we appreciate you. We're excited to see what you have to bring in the next couple of months, and excited for February, March, if that is the
book.
the ETA date for that. I'm keen for that.
Yeah, that's crazy. I never thought I would be publishing a book.
I never thought you would publish a book as well, only because I didn't think it would be something that you would want to do.
You know, I don't even know how I'm gonna lay out this book. I don't even know how I'm going to design or even write.
Bro, we're gonna watch this.
Got no idea what's
Bro,
going on.
we're gonna watch this like. We're gonna
Yeah.
we're gonna watch this till months to come, and then we're gonna be like, damn, you came from this. Like,
I have no idea, like how to do anything to make a book. All I know is to press buttons and take photos. When it comes to using InDesign or like even lay out like the book properly with the words and images,
yeah.
I gotta learn how to do all that. Find a manufacturer for the book and probably get someone to translate. Oh, this is really cool. I'm gonna get the book translated to Chinese as well.
Oh yeah,
It's gonna be bilingual.
Chinese, yeah.
It's gonna be bilingual because my parents would be able to,
So are you gonna have like say 100 copies, like hypothetically 100 copies of English and then 100 copies in like Chinese as well?
No, it's gonna be one book but bilingual.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I would low-key want a Chinese copy. That actually
You
would
get
really
both
tough.
in one book.
Yeah, but like I don't know. It's alright.
It's only because my parents don't read English. They can't really speak English, so that could really help them understand what I'm trying to.
Man, shout out to your parents. Your parents are actually cool. I love your parents.
Yeah,
I'm identified as the loud one to them though. So
that's why I told them. I was like, the loud kid. I don't even remember them. The really loud one. The loud Filipino.
yeah. Oh, but it's that crazy. My parents identify you as the photographer. That's actually crazy. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah. My parents don't know names.
Yeah, they just remember
they don't know
you.
names. Yeah, the tall one, the one that played basketball. Yeah, him.
Yeah.
I was like, that's 20 of them that play basketball. Which one you know about?
Play basketball.
Yeah. But yeah, thanks for having me. I'm excited to see what you have on this podcast.
Yeah, I'm excited to
as
see what
well.
you bring later on. So yeah.
Hopefully I'll see you guys in episode 2.
Okay, you hear that? We're gonna expect Ian Young again on the Make Believe podcast. But appreciate you coming on, E. But until next time, yeah, fire.
Oh, it's recording. Ian, behave yourself.
Hmm?
Ian, behave yourself.
You gotta tell that to yourself.
Was anything out of pocket?